Mabuhay Hafaday, welcome YouTube land. I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into today's shoe review, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And so we are super close to hitting that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. We're at about 7,000 right now. Thank you for your support. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do so, because once we hit that 8K mark, I'm going to give away some cool prizes like this. For example, I have a Supreme black balaclava face mask, I have a Supreme Cat in the Hat tee in a white in a size medium, and I have 3 Bape magazines, one that has a wallet in them, one that has a Bape kids bag, and another one that has a sling bag in it. And again, once we hit that 8K, I'm gonna raffle these off. The Crimson Tints, again kicking it, coming in clutch, allowing me to review this shoe a little bit early before the release date. If you're ever in the Austin, Texas area, Kicking It is a local sneaker boutique located in the Domain Shopping Center. Whether you're looking for shoes or apparel, Nike or Adidas, want to play some Madden in the lounge in the back, or even sip on some drinks and talk some shoe game with a knowledgeable staff, Kicking It is where you can. You should definitely follow their social media linked in the description below. Alright, so we definitely know that people at the Jordan brand have been confusing the big box retailers, a lot of the sneaker boutiques, but most of all, they've been confusing the customer, the general public, on the release date of these shoes. The Champs, the Foot Lockers, the Foot Actions all had this shoe loaded onto their apps, with this shoe being released on an RSVP or the reservation status at a crap ton of locations, only to retract that and make it first come first serve at most stores. Here in Austin, Texas, it's all first come first serve. I think the nearest reservation spot is going to be in San Antonio, Texas at North Star Mall, which is fine for me because if I hit, it's only like an hour away. A lot of us were confused because this was supposed to release this Friday, then it got pushed to May or late April, and then now it's back on for this Friday, April 12th, 2019, which is kind of crazy because it's just a normal work day, school day here in the USA at least. So good luck to you if you're skipping work or skipping school and camping out for these shoes. My cousin who lives in Melbourne, Australia, he says that people are already camping out for this shoe. It's only Tuesday. This shoe releases on Friday, but then again, he says that most kids are on holiday over there. Now, these are supposed to be released under GS sizes and men's sizes, so GS 4Y to 7Y, and then adult 7.5 to a size 18. I'm more than sure most sneaker boutiques with Jordan brand accounts will get this Crimson Tint shoes. Here in Austin, Texas, I'm pretty sure Kicking It, Sneaker Politics, and Nice Kicks will get this shoe, which I'm more in support of the local businesses, so definitely support your small business. Of course, your Champs, Foot Locker, and Foot Action will get this shoe, and of course, this will be loaded onto the Sneakers app, but good luck. Concerning pricing, the retail on this shoe is $160 USD. Add your taxes and your VAT just based on your location. Concerning the resale market, looking on StockX, looking on Go, and again, this is before this actual release. The shoe, depending on the size that you need, this is ranging anywhere from about $200 to about $390. My first impression shoe, looking at the different blogs, looking at the different pictures online, I really like this shoe. However, that transition from online pictures to having the shoe in person, the shoe looks a little bit more peach in person, which is not bad. I just thought it would be more on the pink side. In holding it up, you can see there is a contrast. Upon purchasing this shoe, we are greeted with your typical Jordan 1 retro box, where it's done up in black, red font, and then the sizing label right here done in white. And of course, on the inside, the Crimson Tints. I must say, the quality of this Crimson Tint is pretty legit. As you can see, the upper is mostly comprised of leather material. Being that the lateral and the medial side of the shoe look pretty identical, we'll focus on one side of the shoe. So this might be a make or break feature for you. Now, looking at the lateral side of the shoe, looking at this black leather that wraps around the quarter panel, wraps around the lacing system and the toe box area, this is all done in a black leather. But if you look closely, there is some texture to it. There's a pebbling effect going on. Now, I'm sure when most people were looking online at this Crimson Tint shoe, they were expecting the leather quality to be much more like the Shadow ones, where it was smooth on all the black panels. Upon opening the box, I was just like, but after a couple hours, it grew on me. These leather panels feel pretty good to the touch. I know a lot of people, when they see Jordan 1s or feel Jordan 1s, they expect it to be like tumbled or feel soft, but that's definitely not the case. It definitely feels firm, but in touching it, it feels like a quality build, like it's durable. So again, we have that pebbling effect going on the quarter panel, going on the lacing system and around the toe box area, and even have that pebbling effect going around the collar of the shoe. Now, this collar area leather actually feels softer in comparison to the other other black panels. Done in a smooth leather, we have these crimson tint panels that are stitched all around the shoe. So at the back of the heel, we have this heel cup that reaches from the lateral to the medial. We have this Nike swoosh that reaches from lateral to medial as well and is stitched onto the quarter panel. And we have the straps right here that actually features the Air Jordan Wings logo done up in black. I don't know how I forgot, but towards the toe box area, this vamp is done in that crimson tint color, and it features some of those perforated holes for breathability for your toes while your foot is inside the shoe. Moving on to the lacing system, the eyelets are actually punched into leather panels that reach from the toe box area and go all the way up the collar. Now, the default set of laces that we are provided upon opening the box are of a black color, a flat shape, and a cotton build. Now, I wasn't a fan of those black laces, and inside the box, they actually provide two extra sets of laces. They provide the crimson color lace, which is of the same build and the same shape, and a green set of laces, which I'm actually kind of confused of the correlation. There's no story behind the shoe, but why would you choose green? The oglet colors on the crimson laces are going to be of a green color that matches this, and then the oglet colors on this green set of laces are black. In ranking the color laces, I think the crimson ones are the best, the black ones are second best, and the green, these are dead last, y'all. These are dead last. I'm definitely going to rock the crimson ones more often, but I'll probably even pull out some white Jordan laces and put them on this shoe. Or maybe even my spare black waxy laces like the Travis Scott ones. Not Travis Scott ones, but the ones that were on the Travis Scott 4s. Behind those sets of laces is a padded tongue, which is actually sandwiched in between two sheets of nylon fabric on the top layer and on the back layer. As of late, a lot of the Jordan 1 retros have been doing that like exposed foam look over here, but that's definitely not the case on this particular shoe. It's actually closed up. At the top of the tongue, we have that black fabric label that wraps from the front all the way to the back of the shoe, and on the very top it says Nike Air in that matching crimson color. On the inside of the shoe, the lining is done up in a neoprene material and padded on the lateral, the medial, and the heel of the shoe to provide some comfort to your ankle. In pulling the insole out, I'm really thrown, I'm really confused because it's done up in a hot pink color, which doesn't match this crimson tint on the outside of the shoe. This fabric is placed on a thin piece of blue foam, which offers minimal cushioning. Now, towards the heel of the shoe, you see this Nike Air logo right here, and it's peeling off pretty bad. I actually think on the right insole, it's completely off, and that was only with 1 day's wear. And this logo, it's done in a matching green of the laces. The midsole, typically done in that Jordan 1 form, you'll see that it is done up in a white rubber component, and you'll see some of that white stitching going along as well. Now, what you don't see is an air unit here at the heel of the shoe to provide cushioning to your foot while wearing. Moving on to the outsole of the shoe, and again, I wore this all day, you'll see that it is done in that crimson tint color with a hint of dirt. This is done up in a blown rubber to enable flexibility for when you walk in the shoe. And right here, slap dab in the middle, you have that Nike logo. Over here, you have the circles going on and the grid system towards the heel of the shoe. In terms of sizing, I'm usually rocking a size 8.5 or 9 US, whether it's Nike, Adidas, Puma, it really doesn't matter. But my true to size being 8.5, that's actually what I went for in this particular shoe, and it definitely fits true to size. In terms of comfortability, the upper is mostly comprised of a leather material, therefore it's not very breathable and won't provide too much in terms of airflow to your foot. But if you've worn Jordans before, you know what you're getting into. The crimson tint, although it does offer an air unit at the heel of the shoe, the midsole is not done in an EVA material. It is done up in rubber, which doesn't offer too much in terms of cushioning. So typically what I do is I remove the insole and I go to Dick's Sporting Goods or Academy Sports and Outdoor, buy a third-party insole and place it into the shoe to substitute for that lack of cushioning. In summation, I really do like how the crimson tint ones turned out in hand. In seeing that black leather and that pebbling effect going on, it took me a couple hours to get used to it or to grow to like it. I really thought it was going to turn out like the Shadow ones with that smooth leather, but it's all good, it's not bad. Still, I would prefer the black leather on the Shadow ones versus the leather on here. At the $160 price point, this is definitely a no-brainer. You should definitely pick up this shoe. I don't know what resale is going to look like in a couple months for the shoe. I only can anticipate that it'll go up. This shoe is sized for men, so I definitely want to see how many guys actually go out to buy the shoe if that pink will deter them. I know there are a lot of guys that didn't want to buy the blue chills or the women's shattered backboard satins because they were done up in women's sizes. They did offer men's sizes in the shoes, but some guys just didn't want to pull a trigger on them just because it had women's in the title, which is so stupid. But whatever. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about the Jordan 1 Retro, the crimson tint? Is it a good pickup? A bad pickup? What do you think about that peachy pink that we see here in front of me as opposed to the like light pink that we saw in pictures. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris.Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And again, we are hitting it really close to that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. We're at 7,000. Subscribe, and once we hit that 8K mark, I'm going to raffle off some good prizes, some of that Supreme, some of that Bape. You know what's up. Alright guys, I am Chris.Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers. Sige na.